I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Right, what have we got here? This is one of my small mini stand drill presses, or shall I say it used to be, which idea I've had for a while, to change one of these small stand drill presses into a mini mill. So I've come up with a couple of ideas and I've been working on it now for the last about 3 weeks. That's why I haven't uploaded any videos. I've been struggling to see how I'm going to do this. The idea is where the quilt used to be for the drill press, drill side, to change that. So as you can see in the intro video clips, I've actually grind off all the fastening points. This is where the spring used to be for the retract of the drill of the quilt. This side is where this used to go in, the arm for drilling. So I flatten it down and put it on the bench sander. At the back you can see where I've milled off the back. This is nice and flat now. So the whole idea is to change this section into a mill. So this is going to be stationary. It's not going to move up and down anymore, because that's another place where you can get some play and shattering also. So in the video clips you'll see how I took this section. This is where the stop end used to be. That used to go in over here. And then obviously there was a guide screw in here for this little groove here. So this used to stop over there. Well, I think it was over there. So you'll see on the one video clip I've turned this off so this can go in all the way. And then also I'll face this off on both sides to get a nice even fit onto the bearing. And then on the inside, still standing there, I've left in the one circlip on the inside there. That's going to stay there. So what happens now is, let's put it in it this way. This is going to go in like this. I'm still going to use this little guide screw, but I'm going to lock it. So this now slides in all the way until it hits the circlip. You can see there it hits the circlip. So that's going to stay there. Then I got all of these bearings, our local supplier bearing man. Now these bearings is for side force and down force, where the normal ones that's in the drill press, it's actually got 4. There's 2 on top, and then also on this section there's 2 big ones on top, and then on the shaft you used to run one over here and one over here, and this used to go up and down. I'm sure you all know how it works. So that's how it worked, with the bearings on top there, one there, and then 2 over there, which this section now falls away. It had more staple 2 over here for the chuck, which we don't use anymore, because we won't be able to do milling. The chuck will keep on coming loose. So that falls away, and that falls away. So this is my next step. This new bearing, although it's open on both sides, what's going to happen now, because it's got my little sleeve on the side, I've got my little sleeve here That fits exactly on there. So what's going to happen now is this side is going to sit on that, which then goes in. Then the new bearing slide in here. And you'll see there's a bit of a recess. So what I've done is I bought one of these Morse Taper 2 collet sets. And then on this one, I put it in the lathe. You'll see in the one video clip. I put an end mill in here, tailstock in here with the lathe center. And then I turned away over here, which fits exactly on the bearing side. Then I made a little dust cover over here. It's got a small bit of a recess right in there, so it doesn't touch the outer of the bearing. And then over here it's still standard, which then goes in on from this side. And you can see it flushes right in there now. And that's the bottom bearing. This is going to be the bottom of the mold. So this little dust cover makes up for there. So when I put grease in, that will keep it up there. You can see it's a nice fit. So my next idea was, I turned this little section, take that out of the way. So what I've done is this is two normal nuts, which I just turned around. I locked them in here. This little section over here, our local stores we sell what they call Q-Bond. It's like a metal dust with a special super glue mix. So what I've done is, one of the video clips you'll see, I've threaded this section over here. I had to use ceramic cutters because this is very, very hard. I got this piece from one of my friends. He had lots of pieces of metal, and I used this one. It's really, really hard. But yeah, with the ceramic inserts, it worked nice. So what I've done is I've threaded the whole section up to almost half of where this filling is over here. And then I turned, well, put the two nuts on. I first surfaced the insides so they're nice and flat. So this now turns in over here on the collet, which is like that. So this one, I actually had to work out exactly from the inner here until the inner on that side, because what we've got now is we've got a bearing sitting over there, then that's other bearing, we've got another bearing sitting over there, and then this is one of the original bearings which is closed up on this side, and I open this side which is going to sit over here. So let's put the whole thing together so we can see how it's going to look like. So this nut is, you can use that to set. I've actually worked out the distance. So this is what's happening. If you look at it this way, where this little circlip on the inside is, it sits over here, and you can see that section. I've worked it out so it's exactly right. If I just tension this up a little bit, then my tension on my two angular bearings is exactly right. I had to keep on grinding and measuring on these two nuts until I got exactly the right tension on these two bearings, because they got to be preloaded to just the right tension. So yeah, that's basically how it's going to be. So what happens now is, let's take it apart here. This one over here with the goes in over there, and it sits on that circlip. Then this bottom angular bearing goes in, that sits against there. Then we've got the first angular bearing going in, Goes in very, very tight. This is the vice grip. And there we have it. So that's the idea I've got so far. I bought the whole set of I call it for these ones. This one is going to be small. Now the idea is either to use the standard pulley on here, which I don't really want to do. So I might put a clutch pulley in here that opens up with the tension spring on top. So then I can use a standard 220 volt motor, which we use over here, 220 volt single phase. And then just put a pulley on here which I can tension up to open and close to make it a variable speed. And then at the back I'm going to put a new bracket on here so the motor can move back a bit. And then also on that one I won't use the standard pulley. We take the motor. This was the motor that was on there, so I'll be taking this off. And then I'll turn a new pulley over here, which is a long one, but the same size, so the belt can move up and down as the pulley in front opens and closes and the belt moves a bit. So I'll turn a new pulley for here. And the ratio I'll do between this one and that one, I'll most probably go for this second size on the back on the motor. And then obviously the front one will go between the small and the biggest one to get my variable speed there. And then on the bracket I'll change a bit here to have a self tension on here. Plus also I might use on this one, I might use a belt tensioner on here with a spring to keep the tension always right. So yeah, that's the idea so far. So the next step I gotta do is I gotta close up over here and then also put the retainer screw back in here to lock this little section in here. Then the other idea is I've got these grease nipples. I'm going to put another grease nipple in here which will pump the grease in between all the bearings. That's why the top bearing is closed on the one side but the rest is open. So this one does go through all the way into the middle shaft of the inside. So what I'll do then is from this one I can just pump grease in and keep them greased all the time, and all the excess grease will just come out on this little space here. There's a little bit of a space, it's really very small. I had to polish it down until it didn't touch. So yeah, that's the whole idea so far. Grease nipple in there, stop over there, which will prevent the downforce from pressing it up. On this side I'm still going to for now use the pipe system. I want to try and keep it as original as possible. Just on the on this section over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit of a groove in here. So once it's set up on these little screws, the one I'll use for a stopper, so I'll remove one of these lock screws. That one will become no, this one I'll use for locking because I want to put a brass ball on the inside just to lock it. This one will use a manual lock, so with a hand lever to lock this one on the height. So yeah, that's the idea so far. During the week we'll do some more work on the back section for the motor. and obviously the two pulley sections, we'll work on that design. So yeah, I haven't got much time at the moment, we're quite busy at work, but yeah, this is the process and the progress so far. My idea to change the little drill press into a mini mill. So yeah, your comments will be appreciated, and a like and subscribe, it's free. So yeah, so we can grow the channel and yeah, put some more stuff on, and we'll learn as we go along there. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, have a good one.